What up, everybody? Peace and much love. I just been watching all this stuff on this just on the YouTube and the Facebook and stuff and Instagram. Now they got all these celebrities and stuff all stepping up, speaking up. You know, kind of hard to make out to what they're trying to get at, what they, you know what I'm saying. I mean, I know they're throwing the industry out there, saying everything's corrupt and all this other bullshit, but you know it is. You know, I mean, the truth it is. But I mean, what you gonna do about it? You know, I mean, what I don't know, man. But let's watch this interview and see what's going on. Um, this one's with Ice Cube. I've been seeing his face popping up all over and stuff, so I'm about to check him out for me. Let's see.
So why would you be doing this of all interviews? I mean,
you could do an interview with anyone. You're doing an interview with me. Obviously, you're going to take abuse for doing that. Like, why would you do that?
Because I think it's silly not to talk to people. I think whether we agree or not,
Right?
that has nothing to do with it. You know, it's like, this is what it's all about. Let's talk about it. Let's debate. And you know, I've been shut
Wait,
out.
that sounds like right-wing extremism and whataboutism.
But I've been shut out. You know, some platforms will not have me on.
Why?
They don't like that I'm, you know, an independent thinker. I'm not part of the herd. I'm not part of the go along to get along gang, so to speak. So, you know, I'm an outsider. And so, you know, I'm not part of the club. So I have to go places for one, that I'm welcome,
Yeah.
and where I can voice my opinion without somebody, you know, saying I'm a bad person and that they never want to have me on their platform again.
What platforms have banned you?
I've been, you know, I tried to go on The View. They didn't have me on The View.
Why?
Well, a few of the guests just really didn't like where I was coming from. So, or a few of the hosts, I mean. So that's what I was told by the producers. You know, I don't know if the producers was just copping out and using some of the hosts to not have me come on and explain myself, but
You'd be a good booking for them.
I've been on there before.
Yeah.
You know, it's just when I've became an independent thinker.
I mean, they've been doing this though to like all the celebrities and stuff. It's like they've been doing this just just stepping up and doing all this different, you know. What Chappelle, Kanye, who else? I mean, there's a whole bunch of other Hollywood, you know, as you could say, just been stepping up. I mean, what are they jumping into YouTube to make money or something? I mean, what's going on though, for real though? Like, I'm trying to figure out like what Ice Cube's been out for a long time, man, making just stepping up. You know what I'm saying? Just being a celebrity, being an actor, being you know, a singer, all types of stuff, man. I mean, I'm just trying to get where his head's at, like what's going on, man. Like a lot of these celebrities too. I mean, they've been, uh, uh, what's his name, Jamie Foxx. You know, came back totally different. Remember his hairline used to be like way up here, like some weird shit. You know, it was like right here. You know, and now it's like he got some nice Fritz line and stuff like that, and it don't even really look like him. You know, just the way he presents himself in his actions and stuff. It's like he does have a double. You know, you guys didn't know, but he does have a double. Um, but are they doing this with Ice Cube? Are they doing it with these other ones? Who else gonna step up? You know, it's kind of I don't know for what. I mean, I know it's a lot of big, huge change. A lot of stuff's been going on. A lot of stuff that they've been throwing at us. You know, left and right. You know, don't eat this, don't eat that. You know, and then they got all these YouTubers and stuff, and you don't eat this, don't eat that, and and blah blah blah, and but it's a natural instinct though to take care of your body. In general, you shouldn't have to be taught, or told to not take care of your body. You know what I'm saying? You can do whatever you want with your body. You know what I'm saying? But let's listen to this interview. See what he's
When I'm not, I don't follow their brand of politics, I guess.
But if you can't think for yourself, then you're not really free, are you?
No, you're not. You're not. But I've been excluded. I've been excluded on Oprah.
On Oprah?
On Oprah, yeah. I've been excluded. Yeah, man.
I would think you'd be the person Oprah would want to promote. I mean, you grew up in South Central. You were successful at a young age. You have dignity. You say what you think. Like, I thought that was the goal.
Me too. I don't know what it is, but, several of my, I had a movie called Barbershop,
Yeah, I remember.
That I wasn't invited to participate with the cast. I produced a show called Black White, and it was a very controversial show. And once again, they had the whole cast on, but I wasn't invited. And so I don't know.
On Oprah's show.
Yeah, so I don't know what that's really.
But Oprah's obviously a saintly, godlike figure who's revered by all decent people. Why would she exclude you?
I really don't know. That's something that
Yeah, but I mean, who cares? I mean, why is Oprah so special? You're excluded from her to be on her show? You weren't invited? Oh no, why? I don't know why. I wouldn't invite her either. But care less. I wouldn't invite it. I mean, kind of weird stuff going on, man. Maybe they're being paid off or something. It just, because a lot of people look up to. It's actually actors and singer. I grew up with them, I grew up listening to them, watching them, as a young, see what they're talking about again, man,
I would love to find out, but I can't tell you, if there's a single thing that I've done or said to her.
Have you noticed that it is more controversial to criticize Oprah than to burn the American flag?
Really?
Seems that way. I've never heard anybody criticize Oprah. Do you think it's political, or do you think it's deeper than that? I mean, you're not like a right-winger.
No.
No? No. You don't even seem that political.
No, I'm not really. I'm pretty much, just want to do right by the people, So if that comes through political means, that comes through the private sector, wherever it comes, I'm down to work with whoever's down to do something right for the people.
So I remember reading you say something along the lines of, I didn't vote for Trump, I'm not a Trump voter. You actually attacked Trump at one point, but you were willing to meet with Trump. Do you think that crossed a line?
I think some people didn't like that, but I think it's idiotic. Enemies meet.
Right.
They talk. I'm pretty sure there's some communication between Russia and the Ukraine right now. somebody's on the phone talking to somebody, trying to come up with a solution. So we just got to talk. That's the only way we're going to work this out. You know, I know when the talking stops, the fighting starts. You know, a lot of people, they, you know, think I'm a, you know, Republican, I'm a right-winger. Just because I was willing to speak to the Trump administration, I mean, and I was willing to speak with the Biden administration as well, you know.
Have you?
One guy in the administration, but it didn't go anywhere. You know, it was basically a, you know, take my temperature kind of call. We'll get to it, like, but, you know, they never got to it or never planned to. Matter of fact, the guy left the administration, so, you know, after talking to him for a year or so, he was gone, and then, you know, we were left really with no one to continue the conversations.
What do you think of Biden?
I don't think he's given the people who put him in exactly what they thought they were going to get from him.
But his most loyal voters, according to the polls anyway, are black voters, particularly black women. And those numbers don't seem to change. So no matter what happens or doesn't happen. So do you expect they ever will change?
You know, whether they become independents and not vote for anybody who's not bringing it, you know, it's like people want your vote. They have to do something to earn it. If they don't earn it, why are you going down there and pulling that lever?
Because the other side hates you. That's the pitch they make. We may suck, but the other side hates you.
You're supposed to dance with the person you brought.
Yeah.
You know? And the person that brought you to the dance, you guys are supposed to dance together. And if that doesn't happen, you got to go find another dancing partner before the night is up and the music stops.
What do you think of Kamala Harris?
I mean, obviously she's a great politician to be able to become the vice president of the country. I don't know how effective she is at her job.
What's your view of the police at this point?
It's the same, you know. It really is, you know. It's like looking at, like, what's your view of the military? Like, they're the military. They're always gonna be the military. If I asked you this in 1946, you'd be like, they're the military.
Yeah.
So it's a fraternity, it's an organization that does things a certain way. And I think their philosophy sometimes is detrimental to the people they're serving, because I think cops have a win and make it home philosophy. Win whatever battles you have in the street, make it home at night. And that's actually the most important thing. And everything else, people's rights, doing things the right way, you know, being totally fair and square all the time and not, you know, being a little aggressive, you know, all that comes second to win the encounter, make it home at night. And you can't really fault somebody for thinking that way as a police officer, but that's the philosophy, so everything else comes second to that. So guy might not care if he violated your rights. He's gonna win this encounter, he's gonna make it home tonight. And that's all that matters. And sometimes I think that's what we see is an organization hell-bent on winning, and not a fraternity or organization hell-bent on upholding the law and doing everything right or by the book, so to speak.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's just the nature of that fraternity.
Maybe of organizations.
Yeah, you know, it's they come with a philosophy, and you know, you can try to buck it if you want to, but more than likely they're gonna get you out the way and stay in formation.
Do you think that it's harder to be a man in America now than it was when you were a kid?
Yes. Saying what you feel, being yourself, is what they call toxic. You know, we shouldn't be called toxic for our instincts and for, you know, I was born this way. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
why can't we be ourselves? We were born this way too.
So there are some groups, like if I say I'm trans, and people say, that's great, you were born that way, we affirm you. But if you say I'm just a dude with male instincts, you're not affirmed, you're attacked.
Yeah, I mean, everybody doesn't really have to affirm you. You know, if I wake up and say, you know, I feel like a pigeon, and I want everybody to treat me like a pigeon. Some people may say, whatever, Q, we treat you like a pigeon. But some people may choose to be like, dude, no. That's your world.
Yeah.
I'm not part of it. And I have to be ready for that. It's a big world out here. Everybody doesn't have to adhere to me.
That's called narcissism, right?
Yeah, it seems like it. Yeah, seems like you're trying to bend the universe to your will. And it don't work like that.
We've been talking almost all day now. You haven't mentioned race a single time. You've mentioned economics, rich and poor, a number of times. Do you think that we overplay the role of racial conflict in American life?
Yes. I think race, it takes up too much space. There's people that we all have in our lives who are our same race that we can't stand. And there's people in our lives from other races that we get along with way better. So it's not about race. It's not about color and gender and this and that. It's about who do you connect with? You know, who do you vibrate with? You know what I mean? Who's on the same wavelength? Who wants to be the same kind of person? Who wants to do the right thing when you want to do the right thing? That's who you connect with. So I think a lot of people make a lot of money off of the racists fighting against each other and bickering. And they the ones who push it in our face all the time that we're separate. And
does feel like there's more of that, doesn't there?
yeah, it seems like it's like you're stuck in a bad movie and you can't get out. Like you can't find the exit and it continues to play on the screen and you're just running around looking for the exit and this bad movie continues to just haunt you day by day by day by day. You know, that's what we're caught in. A never-ending, winless battle.
I don't know. Trying to figure out like if these people are like real, you know what I'm saying? If they're like they eyes or something. You got a red tongue. You got some red tongue. I don't know, man. It's hard to
Fuel's got that heat.
hard to tell because they're actors. You gotta think these people are actors. Just out the woodwork, just stepping up and just I mean, it's another distraction. I mean, I know there's a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they got like alien shit going on, the blue beam. I mean, I believe with it, but it's like, and then you don't. But I believe because I seen shit. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know, just gotta live life. You know? That's all you can really do. not even about politics or nothing like that, because I already know it's like a puppet show. You know, it's not even, it's all a puppet show, man. All this shit's like, it's like a fake, you know. Even like the sun now. You look at the sun now and it's like, it's sun's like LED. You know what I'm saying? It's not even like it's so bright. You know, you can't even it's not even like orange or yellow like the way it used to be. You know, there's two suns. You know? It's crazy, man. Get back to the video though.
All to do with his father, in this case, the President of the United States. But in private, everybody understood it wasn't quite that simple. There has long been overwhelming evidence that Joe and Hunter Biden's financial lives are not separate at all, but deeply intertwined. On Hunter Biden's laptop, there's a suggestion that the two of them even at one point shared a bank account. And of course, Hunter Biden wrote himself that he kicked back cash from his foreign business deals to his father. He wrote that bitterly. So the Oversight Committee's investigation was potentially a disaster for the White House, a scandal, possibly even the prelude to criminal charges. So in order to get ahead of all of that, Joe Biden's handlers did the one thing they could do. They set up an MSNBC interview to preemptively whitewash whatever Jamie Comer might find. Here's the results of that. This aired on May 5th.
Sir, there is something personal that's affecting you. Your son, while there's no ties to you, could be charged by your Department of Justice. How will that impact your presidency?
First of all, my son's done nothing wrong. I trust him. I have faith in him. And it impacts my presidency by making me feel proud of him.
Okay, time for the master class for free. You can audit it. Here it goes. Sir, showing appropriate respect, says the shill, there is something personal that's affecting you. Note the wording. Personal, not of public concern. Nothing law enforcement might be interested in, but personal, a sad family tragedy. That's the framing. And then this, a sentence choreographed to the letter. Your son, while there's no ties to you, could be charged by your Department of Justice. Got that? Well, there's no tie to you. So the answer is, in fact, in the question. Whatever Hunter Biden goes down for, and we know he is going to be charged because MSNBC said so, but when that happens, that's Hunter's problem. It's got nothing to do with Joe Biden. Rest easy, America. 5 days later, the Oversight Committee released its findings, and they were in fact devastating. Quote, bank records show the Biden family, their business associates, and their companies, their many companies, received over $10 million from foreign nationals and their related companies, the committee wrote. Investigators had, quote, identified payments to Biden family members from foreign companies while Joe Biden served as vice president and after he left public office. So actually there was something there. It was a scandal. Racketeering, money laundering, wire fraud, those are some of the crimes the Bidens seem to have committed, in addition, of course, to selling out the United
States. Like, this shit just gonna, it's like just damn circus act, you know. Just gonna continue on and on and on and on. You know what I'm saying? The next president is just gonna continue on. You know what I mean? Whoever it is, you know. I don't care who it is though. You know, cause it's all gonna be the same stuff. You know what I mean? They're gonna try to pin something on somebody. Oh, they did wrong, they shouldn't have did this and that. You know, that's how the whole thing, that's how it all goes. That's how it's a never ending cycle. You know, it's just a loop. We're in purgatory. You know, it's just a loop. Just keeps on going, right back around. And same thing goes, you know. You know, just, you want to change, you got to change yourself, man. I mean, one person that we are, I mean, even if we all stand up and hate on stuff and try to stop stuff, I mean, there's going to be a fight. There's going to be fights. There's going to be pickets. There's going to be a lot of stuff, man. It's going to be a war. What it is. Right now, we're in spiritual warfare, man. Good versus evil, but it's like But once you're doing this stuff so long, man, it's just like, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? We're gonna die. I mean, but it's all about the kids now. It's all about saving them. You know, and let them grow up and not make them be manipulated by all this different stuff that's happening. You know, just don't watch the news. You know? Kind of just watching this stuff just to. I mean, I'm an adult, so I'm just like, I have sense, so it's like I watch this and just to see what's going on. Their kind of programming and stuff they're gonna be doing. But you know, it is what it is. You gotta continue on with life, man. You just you know, whatever these people want to talk about, whatever they do, you know, it's all just gonna be never ending thing, man. It's a chess game, chess match. It's all in our face. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You know, at the end of the day, we still got to do what we got to do, to survive, to adapt, to do new things. You know, there's gonna be so much stuff being thrown in our faces. It's how it is. But all right, everybody, you know, let's find something about that sun and all that stuff. You know, because that's pretty trippy too. But all right, peace, much love, and holla at y'all later.